Hey folks, have you ever been on your iPad trying to do something and you're constantly getting interrupted by notifications or different things from your iPad? Well, there is a solution. What's it called? It's called focus modes. So right now, as you can see, this is my primary home screen on my iPad. I do want to swipe over so I can illustrate that. That's the standard app library. So you say, okay, so what's up about that? But when I click the big blue button, it says turn on focus mode that you can see at the top left. So there you go, and see that brings up my work mode with all the things I normally use when I'm working on different things. Whether that be taking notes, watching videos. I'll give you a classic example here. So I am my church's media director, so oftentimes I create the scripture templates. To do that though, I use a different program called Procreate. But I have a shortcut created that'll split screen for me, where you see where it says CNBC Scripture. So when I tap on it, it automatically brings up the two apps I want, which is Safari, so I can go into Bible Gateway, as well as my Procreate on the left, and then I can go into there, and I can choose my template, and then of course I can come back over here into Safari and do what I need to do. So there you go. That's a quick illustration of that. Pull down here and change my mode so I can easily control those. Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of that, and back to my work screen. Now, let's say I'm all done for the day or whatever you're doing, and you just want to go back to goofing off and to your main home screen. So up there in the purple button, it says goof off. When I click on it, it takes me back to my primary home screen. It quits my music player and everything. So how do you go about setting something like that up? Well, it's really easy. So what you do on your iPad, just swipe down from the top right, pulls down your control center. Now you'll notice, let's see here, see where it says goof off, that's my current focus mode. Press and long hold on that. Okay, then you can see where it's already got in everything in there, the goof off, my sleep, work, do not disturb. But I want to create a custom focus mode. So I can show you how to do that. So at the very bottom where you see the plus where it says new focus, you would click on that and you would click on custom, okay? And once you do that, kind of walks you through everything. So if you go to custom and you can give it a name, so we'll call it test. Let me switch over here to my wireless keyboard, apologize. And choose a color, maybe purple. That good. Okay, we'll go ahead and continue to customize the focus. Now, this is where it gets crucial, okay? Because now you can choose people that you want to be able to interact with you while you're in this focus mode, as well as the apps. So if we go to choose people, and so you got allow notifications from, and you could add to that list, or you can take the opposing and silence notifications from and add to that as well. Now, that being said, you can also do the same thing in the apps. What apps do you want to allow to be able to send notifications, whatever, or interact with while you're in this mode? Same thing again, you can choose to silent notifications from, and we can add an app here, and let's say maybe I don't want Facebook Messenger interrupting me, so I'll choose it, click done, boom, we'll go ahead and click done on this, and move right along. Now, down here, you get to customize your screens from your lock screen to your actual home screen, right? And you can walk through that on your own. So we'll go ahead and cancel all this. Now, let me go in here and show you where customizing your focus mode becomes important. And this moves over to another portion I've done a previous video on using Apple shortcuts, right? Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and pull down and let's go into the Shortcuts app. And before, I talked about creating a folder titled Home Screen, right? So that one's for that one. But I've already got my things in there that I want for my productivity. So I could relabel that productivity screen, whatever, you get the point. But let's start with the first one, and that's turning the focus mode on. We'll go ahead and click on this just so you can see what it looks like. So when I turn this focus mode on, okay, it's going to choose the I titled that video production. And it's turned on until I choose to turn it off. And also at the same time, it's pulling up a playlist from my YouTube music. Now, that being said, let's bounce out of this for a minute, the shortcuts. So, let me show you how to get this one on the screen. Go ahead and I'll just remove the widget. And we'll go ahead and add it back in. So you press it long, hold on your screen, tap the plus icon. We'll type shortcuts into here. Okay, I want just a single. Tap the icon again so I can tell it what I want. And let's go down here and see, turn focus on. That's the one I want. Boom, just like it's there. Click done, and voila. Now, you'll notice when I click on it, it takes me over to my focus mode, right? And again, I've got a silence button in the background. I've got music playing. But the purple button is the, sends me back to my home screen. But then notice I don't have access to that focus mode anymore, so it's not in the way. So how did I do that? Well, again, this is done in shortcuts. Go ahead and open up the home screen folder where that exists. And as you can see, it's called Goof Off, which is what I customized my home screen to be so I could create that shortcut. So go ahead and enter in and edit it. And notice here that when I hit the Goof Off, which basically is taking me out of focus mode for work back to my main screen. So I've made it pause my YouTube music, to turn Goof Off on until I turn it off. Makes sense? Okay, so again, bounce out of that. Let's go into my work screen. All right, so you see that took me right over there. Now notice, swiping left, I can't go back to my Goof Off screen. I can still get to the app library, but I can't access my Goof Off screen. But when I hit the Goof Off button, voila, takes me right back to my primary screen. But at the same time, I can no longer access my work focus mode. And you can make these as customized and tailored as you want, but let's focus on one other thing here, and that is customizing your lock screen. So I'm going to go ahead and lock my screen so we can see this. Press and hold while your lock screen is on, right? All right, then notice at the bottom you got several things that come up. Now, remember I named my primary screen Goof Off, and you can customize that, but let's go over and find the one that says video production. That was the one I wanted, right? So you can click on customize it, and you can customize your lock screen, your home screen, what have you. So I've already taken care of that, so just go ahead and bounce all that, and we'll call that all done. So that's why you customize your lock screen. That way you have different looks of between your primary, and again, bounce back over here to my focus mode, to my work mode. And again, you can see I've got different blocks up of different things that I use in this mode, whether that's Procreate, my Google Drive files on my iPad, Ferrite Pro, which allows me to edit audio. I've got my Craft app here, big, large widget for it, LumaFusion, and my standard Apple Notes. But again, I've also got things that allow me to do split screen real easy. So let's say I want to look at mail and reminders. Click on that. And just like that, it brings it up. I'm going to change my visual mode here. Put that over there. There we go. And now, when I lift up on that bar, slide that over a little bit. And let's go into something else. So let's go to YouTube and Notes, right? And there's my YouTube. And there's my Apple Notes. Again, lift up. Kind of set that to the side. And, you can continue to do that. So do chat notes, because I'm a huge Chat GPT fan, just like that. And again, now notice there, I've got everything I had previously open, so I can come back into my Outlook and reminders, right? Or I can send that back. Maybe I switch over and need to do some more Chat GPT in my notes. Pull that right back up. So it's an easy, effective way to organize the most frequently used apps, as well as not being disturbed from the people or apps you so choose. That's what the focus mode is all about. And again, I can go ahead and hit that Goof Off. Takes me back to my primary home screen. And, again, See where it says right here, my focus mode on the screen, goof off's on. If I press and long hold on it, I could go to it from there as well. So I could go video production, for however long you want it. Now I choose not to access it that way. I would rather access it from the button, which takes me right to it without any restrictions, stays on until I decide to turn it off and go back to my home screen. There you go. Hope that helps on understanding focus modes a little bit better, and so that you can begin implementing those on your iOS devices to help you better manage how you work during your productivity periods. Have a super day and be blessed.